What's going on? In this video, I want to just share a kind of cool experience I had. So as you know, on this channel, I like to teach people about manifestation, energy work, all that type of stuff. On a very basic level, people mainly just want love, happiness, health, wealth, all that type of stuff. And I'm telling you the very simple, basic ways for you to get there. But in my own time, I like to try to test it and see how far I can really go with stuff. So for me, I like to try to see like where are my supernatural abilities, where are the things that seem impossible, some X-Men type stuff that I can eventually do. And I'm starting relatively tame. It might be out there for some people, but tame for me. And I'm trying to like start with one thing, and one of them was I want to be able to see people's auras. And for those of you that are just not spiritual at all and that haven't like heard the terms, basically auras in the scientific words, your electromagnetic field. It's basically your energy. If you're a happy person, you're gonna give off the happy energy. If you're a really pissy person, you're gonna give off that energy. If you're a sketchy person, people are gonna know before they're even near you because that's the energy you're giving off. I want to literally be able to see it and not feel it. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things I've been trying to manifest, and I can honestly say it happened. It was pretty cool. So, and this story is going to be referenced a few times because it taught me a lot. But this drunk guy came up to me, and typically if a drunk dude comes up to you and wants to have a conversation, you're kind of like weary. You're trying to make sure where your stuff is. Where are my valuables in case he tries to like steal me, punch me in the face and take my stuff. So I was like, all right, but I have that. I'm full believer in my energy. Like I'm at this high level that no harm can come upon me. That's just my true belief, So people can say whatever they want, but sticks and stones, you know what I mean? So I need to stop saying you know what I mean, but I'm gonna say it 4 more times before this video's over. I know I am. But so he came up to me and he was like, hey, you the guy with the jump rope? And then I was like, yeah. Like I'd never been the guy pointed out for being the guy with the jump rope. It's kind of just weird, but I was like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, yo, jump rope is awesome, as he's like halfway stumbling around while he's telling this story. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we can have fun with this. We'll see what happens. Now, any other person would be like, they try to walk away from the drunk guy or like stay away or just try to make the conversation as short as possible. But, drunk people can spit some knowledge sometimes. So I was like, I'm gonna sit here and listen. So he came up to me and talking. He he almost looked slightly surprised that I was having just this open conversation with him. And what I noticed was when he was talking, like I saw like I'm gonna use my image in this video. Like there was like a little light around him that was like I could see it, but it was like closer to his skin. I was just like doing an outline for myself, and like it was like just around him, and it was just like a bright, transparent light, if that makes any type of sense. But it was just very, very, very subtle. But then like we were having this conversation and the conversation progressed and progressed and progressed. And he's teaching me about different jump rope techniques and how when he did Kung Fu as a kid, I'm not sure if he did it or his sensei, master, whatever word you use, but he was saying how his teacher, we'll just put that word, recommended that you jump rope with wrist weights on. And I was like, and then he like fully explained it like in the piezoelectricity and how that's how the monks are able to like smack all those bricks because they're like constantly training and they're training all the time of like smacking the brick, and like eventually that like hardens their hands, their muscles, the bones, whatever, through like the little shocks of electricity. Don't expect me to know it perfectly, but it made sense at the time. And that same night I went out and got me some wrist weights, but that's beside the point. So but what was cool though was the longer we were talking, like he went from like a drunk stranger to like a really cool dude to just chat with. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I learned something today. But as he was teaching me, it seemed like his aura was glowing, like just more and more. Like it went from like just like like covering like the outline of his body. It like went out like a couple inches, and it was just like a bright, clear light. And that's the type of thing that always it since I've like had this spiritual awakening, that I only see the best in people. I know everybody. I truly believe that everyone at their core is a really good person. I really do believe that everyone wants to love, but circumstances, life, programming from the world, all the above will impact you in a negative way and make you this evil, hatred filled, fearful person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he seemed like a very intelligent dude, but you could tell that he like tried to solve all his problems with some alcohol, you know. And like, we almost got into that conversation, but he said, well, it takes different time for other people. I just left it at that because, you know, I can't help everybody. If you ain't ready to learn, I ain't here to teach. It's that simple. But yeah, I saw an aura. That was dope. I want that to go from like a one-off experience to 2 to 3 to 4 to I can just see it. Like, I know who you are before you open your mouth. That's my goal. Once I achieve that, we're gonna figure out what else I can do. If you see me flying one day and I'm recording a video, don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? That's just something I'm gonna do one day. But yeah, it's a really good feeling, you know. Like in the video I just uploaded, or I recorded, it's like in the process of rendering and stuff right now. But you know, I was talking about the spiritual levels, and like, once you are the energy, well, change that energy, rewire yourself to be able to do these things, to see these things. I believe that we're all infinite. I believe that we're all capable of doing really great things, but we're just taught that we're these simple little humans walking around. I think we're all more than that, and hopefully some of my videos wake that up in somebody else. You know, that'd be dope. But at the end of the day, I saw an aura. That was dope. And hopefully y'all have some cool experiences. That's about it for now. Take care.